If you think that the grimdark galaxy has gigantic creatures beyond comprehension, you're probably right, but so does the galaxy far far away. And here in this video we will showcase the 20 biggest creatures and massive monsters of Star Wars. All of these would be over 100 meters, and the top 10 would all be over a kilometer long, or 3,280 feet in size. And yep, Force fans, we will include both from canon and legends, as well as those that appeared in the role-playing games. Let's begin. At number 20 we have the greater Krayt dragon. So imagine a massive desert serpent with horns, jagged teeth and 10 legs like buried pillars. It doesn't walk through the desert, it swims beneath it like a shark under the waves of sand. You'll never see it coming. One minute you're strolling across the dunes, the next, wham, you're Dragon Chow. It's the stuff of Tatooine nightmares, and even the tough-as-nails Tusken Raiders worship it with a mix of awe and terror. Number 19, the Zillo Beast. This one is a loner, stubborn as a boulder, only coming near its own kind to make baby monsters. One parent raises the kid while the other disappears into the wilderness. Oh, and what does it eat? Electricity. It snacks on power like cotton candy at a carnival. This creature from afar looks like a mishmash of ribbons stuck together, or maybe even like a tapeworm. But despite the seemingly frail nature, they are impervious to bombs, blasters and even lightsabers. Number 18, the Sarlacc. This is the galaxy's most patient killer. The Sarlacc is basically a giant stomach buried in the sand with tentacles and teeth sticking out. You fall in and it doesn't even chew you up right away. It digests you over for centuries. It is the ultimate trap. You don't even know it's there until you're being dragged into its gaping maw, spiky mouth. And if that wasn't bad enough, it doesn't even move. It just waits, maybe even for 30,000 years if it has to. Number 17, the Sando Aqua Monster. So deep under the peaceful lakes of Naboo lurks a beast the size of an office building, powerful, fast, and built like a muscular underwater panther with fins. You'll never know it's down there cause it's a master of stealth in the water despite its size. When it strikes, it tears through anything with its jaws and claws. They're strong enough to crumble underwater craft and even the bigger koala clawfish. Number 16, a Verminoth subspecies. This one is the stuff of cosmic horror. A massive squid-like monster with one glowing eye and dozens of massive tentacles drifting in the deadliest regions of deep space. It is like a space kraken, only worse. It once got tamed by Darth Vader of all people, but when the Emperor Palpatine took over its mind, he made it strangle itself to death with its own limbs, cause even Palpatine didn't trust it to live because it was that powerful. Number 15, the Trinitor. A Trinitor is a massive gigantic creature that roams beneath the surface of the planet of Mandalore following the Great Purge. Its body is similar to a Gila monster, a lizard, or an amphibian, but with massive crystals glowing on its back and growing on its back. And oh, it does have a club tail for smashing. This creature was only seen briefly in Season 3 of The Mandalorian, where it destroyed a large land ship. At number 14 we have the Arakurt, a skyscraper-sized space leech with 3 jagged claws where its mouth should be. The Arakurt doesn't live in normal space. It drifts in a haunting green gas cloud called the Typhonic Nebula. It is basically a death worm in a fog machine. Poe Dameron once jumped the Millennium Falcon right into its creepy abyss, dodging the thing by inches, while the TIE fighters pursuing him got worm slammed into oblivion. Number 13, the Crawled Skull. The Yuuzhan'tar, a bunch of hardcore biology fanatics, strap these living nightmare worms to their ships. When in battle, it literally drills into the enemy's ships or even planets, then slurps everything up from inside like some galactic spaghetti noodle from hell. Think of it as a biological boarding party, a weapon that eats the crew inside instead of capturing them. And oh, they use it as a planet puncher as well. Number 12, the Ichna. Now picture a space snake the size of a skyscraper with a mouth wider than a football field. This is also a creation of the Yuuzhan'tar, who bred these monsters to chew through space stations like they were marshmallows. They are so big that they can wrap themselves around an orbital city, like a python hugging a Ferris wheel, and they start chomping as soon as they can, like a Lovecraftian worm that hates buildings and loves destruction. Number 11, the Exogoth, the space slugs. These are sentient asteroid-dwelling mega slugs. Yeah, sentient. They care about their internal hygiene. They grow in the cozy hollows of asteroids and turn their insides into full-on ecosystems. Usually they grow to a neat 10 meters long and then politely split into new slugs. But if they don't, they just keep growing forever. Some reach 900 meters and they could live for billions of years. They could accidentally swallow starships whole, like they once nearly did to the Millennium Falcon. So at number 10 we have the Oswaft. These are some of the strangest and most majestic beings in the galaxy. Colossal, translucent creatures that never lived on planets. Instead, they swim through the vacuum of space like whales gliding through a cosmic ocean. Their bodies are mostly brain. 2/3 of their massive size is just raw intelligence. They don't really talk with sound or speech. Instead, they emit microwaves packed with dense information, beaming their thoughts across space, and they could hack through starships with ease. Number 9. The Silo's Space Whale. So Dr. Silo, a twisted cybernetic scientist loyal to the Empire, used creatures to build his personal fleet, and these were bioengineered space whales. These whale ships were massive with sleek bodies, long sweeping fins, and thick tails that let them swim through space like sea creatures. These things had razor-sharp teeth, with skyscrapers on their backs, and they were weaponized, used as mobile labs, research stations, and even warships. Now at number 8 we have the Iblis Maw. So beneath the scrap-strewn surface of the planet called Braca lies the Iblis Maw, a massive terrifying superorganism that functions like a living junkyard horror. It looks like a sarlacc from above, with enormous toothed mouths that rise from the ground, waiting to devour anything dropped into them. They also have very long tentacles, but these mouths are just the tip. Beneath them is a vast digestive network stretching hundreds of meters underground. Number 7. The Nebrae Mantas. The Nebrae Mantas are among the galaxy's most beautiful and mysterious creatures. Picture an enormous stingray with 4 glowing red eyes, spotted skin, and wings wide enough to blanket a small town. They can be found everywhere, soaring over the deserts like on Tatooine, gliding through moon skies like on Rishi, and even floating through the cold emptiness of space, especially in nebula. The space-dwelling variants grow truly massive and survive by feeding on gas clouds, grazing on the very atmosphere of stars and nebulas. Number 6. The Space Grazers. Once believed to be real and feared like star-eating demons, the Space Grazers were legendary creatures of the ancient galaxy. They were said to be so large that they could swallow starships whole. These mythical beings were rumored to drift through the deep space hunting ships like some kind of stellar kraken. Descriptions of them were vague, but the stories were powerful enough that even millennia later, Jedi enemies used illusions of space grazers to scare entire Republic fleets into panic. Now at number 5 we have the Summa Verminoth. Yeah, this one is not in the number 1 spot. The Summa Verminoth is the stuff of deep space legends, an enormous many-eyed cosmic horror lurking in the chaotic storm of the Akkadi's maelstrom near the castle. With crackling, electrified tentacles and a towering size of dwarf starships, it drifts in the swirling dark like some ancient god of the void. Though misunderstood, it's not the kind of creature you'd want to meet up close. During the infamous Castle Run, Han Solo accidentally woke one up while escaping a heist. Fortunately, he could maneuver his craft near a black hole, where this creature was sucked into while he escaped. Number 4. The Beldans. Beldans are living floating factories the size of cities. They are graceful giant life forms that drift through the dense toxic skies of a gas giant called Bespin. With translucent gas-filled bodies and flowing tendrils, they gather atmospheric particles like floating whales filtering some kind of plankton. But here's the magic. Inside their bodies, they metabolize this stuff into Tibanna gas, one of the galaxy's most valuable resources, which are used in blasters and starships. So not only are the Beldans massive, some reaching up to 10 kilometers, they're literally floating energy producers. Now number 3 we go a magnitude bigger. Here we have the Zonama Sekut. Zonama Sekut isn't just a planet, it's a living being. Think of it as a world with a mind and soul of its own. Deep in the unknown regions, this rogue world drifts alone through space unbound by any sun. Its surface teems with life, shaped by the will of the being that is Sekut, a planetary-scale organism that grows inside from a genetic seed of the Yuuzhan'tar, the original homeworld of the Yuuzhan Vong. Zonama Sekut can think, it can feel, and even choose who may live upon it. It is one of the rarest things in the galaxy, a planet that knows it's alive. Now on the second spot we have the Yuuzhan'tar. So long ago in a galaxy far beyond the one we know, there was Yuuzhan'tar, the living world where the Yuuzhan Vong species was born. It wasn't just their home, it was their god, their cradle, and their culture. The planet was alive and sentient, intertwined with their biology and beliefs. Its surface was shaped by a blend of organic life and sacred biotechnology. and its equator was circled by a massive asteroid ring like a crown. But ancient wars, so terrible their details were lost to time, destroyed this living planet completely. And on the number 1 spot we have the still sails. So imagine a creature the size of Jupiter or Saturn, drifting like a sail through an ocean of stardust and frozen rock. That is a still sail. These membranous, thin, ethereal beings float in the stratus distribution, a mysterious region in the unknown regions filled with glittering comets, with forests of icy asteroid fields, and deadly lightning storms. These still sails can stretch over 100,000 kilometers in size, gliding silently like ghostly banners across this alien space. Now, those are the biggest creatures of Star Wars, both from canon and legends, as far as I know. If you like this video, then watch this other one too, the one in the end screens. Do hit the like button for support and smash the subscribe button to be a part of Legion or Nutbug. Till the next time, take care, boys.